Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. Today we are going to play with the number 10 window envelope cover. These are in many of my larger digital kits, and Nancy Pyter was saying she's not sure what to do with them, and I realized it's been a really long time since I've done the original purpose for these. I have made other pockets along the way, and I'm going to try to build up a playlist of those past videos so that you can get some more ideas on how to use these. But today I'm going to do just the original purpose. And if you don't have number 10 window envelopes, you can still just do something similar by folding the paper however you want it and putting some of the acetate behind the windows. You don't have to have a number 10 window envelope to make things out of it. And I'm going to just show you how I use the number 10 window envelope, and then maybe it'll give you some, like, a jumping off point on maybe how you could use it. But like I said, I will try to make a playlist of past videos so that you get a better idea of different things that you can do with it. So the first thing I'm going to do, like I said, this is a number 10 window envelope. That's what we have here in the States. And I understand that overseas you don't have this type of envelope. But I've ended up using these number 10 window envelope covers for all different things without envelopes. So you don't just have to use the envelopes. It's just this was what my son and I created them to do. Because at the time, everybody was covering them, you know, with collage, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just this is a little bit easier, that's all. So I've sealed my envelope closed. I'm just going to cut a sliver off of it, enough so that I can open it up. And that's all I'm going to do right now. And I will end up cutting this down more because obviously it's way too tall to go in your journals, but we're just gonna cover it first and then we'll deal with that. So now I have basically just an open envelope. I'm going to cut both ends as well so that it kind of flaps open. You don't have to do this. You can just cover it like the front of it and use it as a pocket. So don't feel like, oh, I have to cut both ends. You don't. You can leave it closed. I'm just going to show you how it was meant to be used, or could be used. It was meant to be used lots of different ways, but okay, so now you'll see you can just take and cover your envelope, and then you can either cut it or just fold it over. And I think it's easier to cut it, honestly, because sometimes it doesn't fit like perfect. Like you can see the window a little bit there. You can fold it over and cover up this other part of the window envelope. I think this one's a little different size than the originals that we made it for. Okay, so I'm probably going to go ahead and cut it after I cover the front half of this. But first I'm going to ink the envelope because there's always going to be little bits and parts that you're gonna see. So I'm gonna go ahead and ink it. You can coffee dye them, you can do whatever you want. I just wanted to start with a plain old, nothing on it window envelope. And I think the reason I started just using that is because it kind of seems redundant once I figured out, you know, you can basically just use that piece of paper like a window envelope. But the original purpose was to help cover them a little bit easier so it wasn't such a pain or to, you know, so time consuming because you just glue it and put it on, and also for the people that don't love to collage. So how is everybody? I just jumped right in very rudely, didn't say hi or how you doing or anything. So how are you guys? I hope you're good. I am doing good. Just been a kind of a busy day. I didn't think I was going to get a video done today. I'm trying to straighten up my craft room because once again, it's just out of control. It's really hard for me at Christmas. And then I'm still doing, you know, some other videos and things. And it just seems like there's so much junk everywhere that I drag out for Christmas journals and what have you. But Yeah, it just gets a little, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's always bad in here. It's never great, but part of that is because if I put it away, I won't use it because I don't see it. So I try to keep everything sort of visible as much as possible when I'm doing videos so that I can grab things and use whatever, and therein lies the problem. Put some ink on this. So yeah, there's a multitude of different ways that you can use these. You don't even need the envelope at all. But you just cut out the little white windows out of the paper. I'm not going to worry about the back right this minute. And I think I'll put the glue on the envelope just because I'm going to cut this and all of that. So I'll just use glue stick. I need to say hi and hugs to Corky, Oz, Jan, Linda, and Diane. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your kind comments. Yeah, I really appreciate all of you very much. And welcome to new subscribers, and welcome back to those of you who have watched me for a long time, a short time, whatever amount of time. It's awesome, and I thank you. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are so awesome. I love comments. I do read them. I do answer. So any activity on the channel helps the, you know, not just my channel, but every channel that you watch. If you are active on it, it helps that channel to grow. So I really appreciate it. Okay, so I got to turn this. How did I have it? I don't remember how I had this. This way? It was this way. Why did I put the glue on the inside first? Oh my gosh. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Because we can do this too. So basically just try, the big thing is the window, lining up the window, because you can fix other little areas on it without, oh, I forgot to ink this. I'm having one of those days, I'm telling you. You can add little bits and pieces here and there if you feel like, oh, I missed that part or whatever, but the window's kind of the big deal, right? I do like to ink everything. If you don't like to ink, then don't worry about doing that. But I do. I like the way it looks. Okay, let's try that again and not get it crooked, hopefully. It is a little bit tricky. I'm not going to say it's like super duper simple, but it's pretty easy compared to a lot of other things that you can do. Okay, so that's actually the inside. Although with the envelope, now that it's open and everything, you can flip it whatever direction you want it. And then I think I'm going to just cut it. I'm not sure if it will reach right. Yeah, I'm just going to cut it to be safe, because see, it would fold there, and that's not right. So the big thing was just having two windows so that you could do the inside and the out. This is like if you're going to use your window envelope as a page in your journal, like you're going to sew it in like a page and have it open and close. That's more what this would be for. Let's see. Because otherwise you can just cover the front and don't worry about the inside part. And we're just going to carefully, if you do like Carol and use a blade, it would probably be much better. I'm going to try to just Go to there and go up. It was just my son and I trying to simplify things. This was very early on that we made these, but they kind of became part of my kits because you can do other things with them. You don't have to have the number 10 envelope. And then you flip it over and you do the same thing on this side to cover it. And I'm going to put the glue on here again because this edge is going to overlap this a little bit and I'll want to be able to trim it down. This one wasn't too bad, but I can still trim that down a little bit. This was interesting to do because at the time I wasn't very capable of using the computer at all. And so my son made the template and he was probably... I'm going to say probably 13, roughly, when he did these. So, yeah, it was interesting trying to explain it and the logistics of it. Something that seems so simple never is when you're trying to create it on the computer. Just going to be honest about that. But anyways, that's where it all started. With this. And I realize I haven't been very good about showing it because I use them in some journals but I don't use them in every journal, you know? So I don't know, it's just one of those things you forget. You're like, oh, everybody knows how to use those. So thank you, Nancy. Got strings. And I know a lot of people that don't watch my channel at all really don't know how to use them because I get questions sometimes on Etsy. But I always send them a video, you know, one of the videos that I've done, so they get an idea of how they can use it. But I think I'm going to do the playlist so that they're all together so you can have multiple ideas on how to, if I can find the videos. That's always the interesting task. Okay, so now obviously I kind of want to cover that up, so I'm going to want to try to line it up so that it'll, you know, cover that. And the inking is because the cutting isn't always perfect, mine or anyone else's, so don't feel like it has to be perfect because it doesn't. Just put a little ink on there. That's going to give you a good base. And you can see I did not glue it totally 100% straight, but it's okay. It's handmade. You got to give yourself some breaks. And I know I'm horrible too, so I understand. I always think everything has to be perfect. But it doesn't. I almost prefer to use them without the envelope, just because I think you get a better result. Oh my goodness, that's the 3D printer if you heard that. I don't know what my husband's making in there. He's had it set the last couple of days. He goes to work and it runs, you know, while he's gone, and it does that and freaks me out a little bit. Plays like a little song, a little tune when it's done. He was working on printing snowflakes to maybe sell in the shop, like that could go on a Christmas tree. Pretty cool. He's ordered some pink and blue and white plastic, it's called PLA, the plastic that we use to print those. And he's got all kinds of cool ideas. Now that he's going to retire, he's just full of ideas. Okay, so this is obviously way too tall, right, to go in a journal because it's 11 inches. Unless you're doing a tall, skinny journal, then this would be perfect. But you'll see, you can kind of see the paper there. I mean, it's just definitely not a perfect science with this covering of envelopes. But now you could sew it into a journal, you know, put it in like this, and then you can cover this with something. So I want to figure out how high I want it. I gotta take off my slippers because I'm roasting. I'm having my own personal summer. I don't know why I inked the whole thing. Habit. So let's go. We could have it. I'm thinking of a couple different things. Sorry. I'm gonna go 8 3/8. Because I think it might be kind of cool to like put it onto a page and clip it. I don't know, we'll see. But I know that'll fit in a journal. So this isn't that much to lose, so I'm not worried about that. Okay, and then we're going to cover this with just this. I had this extra left over. This one's from my Victorian Christmas, sorry. But it's just kind of a pretty snowy background so that you can put right on it. Brain's not thinking while gluing. So yeah, these are definitely fun. They work great. Like I said, you can do a lot of other things with them. It's not just this, but I wanted to make sure I at least showed you guys this so that you know the basics. And then you can just run with it. Do whatever you want with them. Make whatever you feel like. I'm gonna go this side. Didn't get very much glue right here. So yeah, just a little different something. I'm actually surprised my awesome friend Carol, who folds paper in so many amazing ways, hasn't come up with the best ideas yet, because she is the paper folding queen. I mean, Carol can take one sheet of paper and do the most miraculous things with it. I love you, Carol. Man, I was watching you last night again, and you just fold the paper and cut it all perfect, and oh my gosh, it's fabulous. Fabulous. But I think it's probably, these are kind of a pain because you got to cut that part out. So I know it's not the best, but this is what they are for. Anyhow, you can use them however you would like. Like my friend Mitzie, she at 307 Junk Journals, a lot of times she uses them and then just puts a decorative something where the white hole is, you know? So, yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want with them. All right, and I think I'll just go ahead and put this on the back too. If I'm going to put it on a journal page, then I think it would be good to have all 4 sides covered. And I have a whole kit of just these from some of my earlier digitals that didn't have them. I went and made just a whole bunch of different versions that would go with those different kits, but a lot of them are like laces and stuff like that, so they go with really anything. You don't have to have. And I did the same thing with the number 10 window envelope covers. And they're meant to be used the same way, but most of us use them just on their own. So you can do what you like. Can't see up there, but I guess if I hang it over too far, I can cut it off. What did I do with my paper towel? I'm telling you, I'm a mess. This is a different one. That's all glued together. Okay. So yeah, this isn't super exciting, but now y'all know how to use them. And once you have it covered like this too, you could use it on either side of your journal, because you could turn, you know, fold it either direction. Hold on, I'll show you, because I know I'm not making any sense. It does get a little bit thick, you know, when you cover an envelope that much, but it's not awful. And I didn't really cover the, like, for lack of a better term, spine of it. So you could have it like hook onto a journal page this direction, or you could flip it this way and have it hook on this direction. You know, you can have it like this be the front page, but where's my journal? Hold on just a minute. Okay, sorry about that. I left it in the other room because I was taking pictures of it. So, for example, if I can find a spot. It'd be kind of fun to find a spot where there's something peeking through the window. Oh, I added that. I just love that lady and her grandson, I'm assuming. It's just cute. Cute, cute, cute. I don't think you'll see that. I don't know if those kids would show. I don't think. It's like it doesn't reach far enough for some things, and it's too far for other things. Isn't that always the way? Like, I think it's too far for this lady. Yeah, she would just weirdly peep through. So we might not find... But we could put something on a page to make it... Okay, so maybe this one will work. I don't think so, because I think it's too high. But you saw me, I just flipped it around the other direction. Yeah, it doesn't work that way for that one either. I added that little girl. I think I'll probably just have to put it onto a page. Nope. Look at the little boy. Nope. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to have to put it wherever. I don't think it'll reach for them either. Oh, I added those girls there in the snow. Now everybody's got me doing that because those pages are so good to put somebody. They need somebody, right? Oh, put the little boy there. I was having too much fun yesterday. Yeah, I don't have a perfect spot where it's going to see anything through. Yeah, it's just not the right size. But I could just put it on a page, and then you could add a photograph or whatever you like behind it. Clip it on. But if you did this ahead before you sewed in your signatures, you could you know, stitch it into your journal. So we could decorate it. Let's see what I got. I've got these ladies, and I do like them. They're quite pretty. Very pretty. Oh, you can also do, Carol Laws has done this with these. She glues it into it, and if I'd have thought of that, I would have done that. Before I covered this side, if I would have put that picture back there, however, then took the paper and glued it over the top, then you'd have, you know, you'd have that back there. So that is another option. I forgot about that, Carol. You did come up with that one. Gluing something behind there, so it's just always there. So it never is going to go anywhere. These would look like. These are kind of funny. Not really Christmassy, but that's a cute thing. You could just pin them in too. I might use this one because it's a little bit smaller. This one's a little big for that. So we'll use that, and we'll put some other stuff with her. Like, hold on. Like some sheet music. It'd be cute if you had like Christmas music. I just don't have a lot of sheet music, Christmas music kind of thing. I'm gonna round these corners. Trying to decide what size. I guess I'll do the little one. This picture reminds me of White Christmas or something like that. I don't know what year that came out. I have Oh Holy Night. Let me see. I might have another one. I do have Silent Night. Came Upon Midnight Clear. The First Noel. Those would be better at least than. Which one do I want to use? I think I'll do it Came Upon a Midnight Clear. Forgot I had those. It just dawned on me suddenly. I think these were from when my daughter was doing concerts. Yeah, you're not going to see really any of it. Sorry. It's real exciting, right? Good stuff. I don't know if this is going to work after all that. Maybe I'll just do something like that. It'll just break that up a little bit so it's not so the color on color kind of thing, which is kind of nice. Pretty nice here today. It rained a lot last night. That was kind of nice. But more leaves on the ground after I cleaned up leaves yesterday. But that's always the way it is. It is, it is. So then you can take this off, you can add photos to the inside, write in it, you know, all of the good stuff like that. Let's see if we have a little something we can put with her. I have a Santa. I like the compliments of the season, but that one's big. I have a small one somewhere. Where is it? I love White Christmas. That's what I need to watch. This one has spots on it. There it is. I'm going to end up covering all that music up after that. After all of that, maybe I'll put it down here. That would work. I'm not going to put anything else on there. Oops, what am I doing? I'm just going to put all these in here. Quit messing with this little bag that drives me crazy. This Shine Bright. Where did that just go? Just saw it. That's what these remind me of, is the time period. I like that though. For some reason I have a gap right there, so I'm going to take advantage of it. Okay, so that is what the original use is. You can add a pocket in here. I've done that before. Put a pocket here, put a tag in, whatever. I've added a little stack of papers, you know, to write on or to use in the journal or whatever. I've done that in them before. I've done just the front, you know, not so it opens, just the front part, and turned it into a pocket. So, I mean, they're really, it's just basically however you can figure out to use a piece of paper. it just does have a hole in it. But like I said, you can use it without the envelope and just add your own. You can add acetate, you can add vellum, or like I said, Carol has done them with just the, or you know, a picture glued in, stuck there permanently kind of thing. And then she just covers over the whole back so that you don't see, obviously, the back of the picture. So that's an excellent way to use them. I think she used them in pages. Now that I'm thinking, I'm remembering more things. But as pages in those tall, skinny journals, she like turned them into flips and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, there's lots of things you can do with them. So don't be scared to use them, because they're fun. I just forget about them. I'm horrible. So I get in my rut, you know. So I'm going to put that one there like that. I think that looks nice. And then this side you can write or add a photograph of a family member or whatever you like. So yeah, a picture of your Christmas tree or your puppy dog or whatever in the world. So that is what I have for you today. Short and sweet, but I just wanted to make sure I got that done, and I wanted to have just that in the video so that I can, you know, sort of offer it to people as what you do with these, right? So that's what I'm going to do. So I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and we'll chat again soon. Love ya. Bye.